Hello everyone. Righteous Soul TV, 성주 Choi, creator. In the Righteous Soul TV has a program, Common Sense philosophy. This Common Sense philosophy, Common Sense philosophy is most people knows that this is really common sense, but some I can do for just deliver some concept, make a concept and deliver to you. This is a common sense philosophy. On today, common sense philosophy topic is: if a person inside occupied by wicked souls, a person to begin revenge and breaking others. This means that is a person occupies wicked soul, then a person's righteous soul is loosed in the reasons, so that the result of the righteous soul growing stopping inside. As a wicked soul get inside is occupied, then coincides that righteous soul also disappears. All of knows that this is common sense philosophy. If some deeply think that and deeply feeling that is inside is not always better and wisdoms and just a good feeling, but better feelings, worse, and whatever is to make commit angers, all these wicked souls. So in my book, in the micro concept or etc., so many I wrote a book about 60 books, so you can check my book, Amazon 성주 Choi. Yes, righteous. So I know that all of you common sense then is you feel that is soul is souls, but in this common sense now today's is so I can have some to talking this. All a person's structure is a person structure is soul plus mind plus body. The body soul is also different. Wicked soul, righteous soul plus mind plus body. You can this concept you can get know from micro concept books, some choice writers. So that is wicked soul, righteous soul is from soul world. So one sin world, micro concept world, and mind plus body is from this macro concept world, sin world. As that is, you can hear, minds plus body. Mind is kind of thinking. So all of what we just express in the dialogue, then is, as my thinking is right. My thinking is so. Even all of people, some book writers and philosophers of different customizations of definitions. But my definition is righteous soul, wicked soul, mind's body. But mind plus body is actually mind is body helper soul, body. Okay. Every time, every day, decision, something to do then is in the inside decided, which all to the work is needed in inside. Okay, we can so much more inside decision, outside behavior. This is some make known to you. So inside. But I can give us some example. Donation, help, some others. Okay, I have some money, so I want to donation to some poor persons and the difficult persons and traveling persons. In that case, is okay. I can help the traveling persons to out of traveling problems. And then abruptly coming wicked soul. No, you don't have to help them because the money must use your son's academical training money. And then in my decisions diluted, and then just clearly correctly I decide to help others, poor person, problem solving others, and then wicked soul counter up. Don't do help others appear, so that all of cases, wicked soul, righteous soul, half and half, and just occupy this, so that actually, wicked soul is, wicked soul is what is that only. Wicked soul is only for me, using some only for me sake, and decision is wicked soul. Righteous soul for others, help, and love. Doing real love, share times for others. So the righteous soul means that in the, as I say, means as my sacrifice then around me to be getting better, then it's righteous soul. Wicked soul do not matters around me, but the importance is me importance. If I living better is good, that's wicked soul. So it's really we are wicked soul, righteous soul in the it's not discriminating, not clear, because both help for me, both. So all money sometimes this is for whatever I can use, but the other cases I can for others. In the working, by the way, in the streets, then beggars the begging to me, so giving me a probably $10, whatever that is. In my backside $10. Then I want to give this donation to the beggars, but at the same times, you don't have to give them. The beggar is idle. They did not work for himself. So that beggar service, he's responsible, not you. This is wicked souls. What is wrong? It seems, but actually, just righteous soul is help others. And then around all others to be, whatever problem solving. So that is to beggars problems, even beggars has some whatever wicked soul saying is right, even though. But now it's beggar is, right now beggar is, there is the money to buy food. So right now beggar situation to the beggars health. Beggars now problem solving health is the righteous souls. So that inside, if governed by wicked souls, if it's governed by wicked souls, so then that is in red line, wicked soul lines, right? In that case, governed by the wicked souls. So if like this, 51% righteous soul, then righteous soul governed by righteous soul. But here we think it's revenge just wicked soul, occupy wicked soul, and inside the wicked soul, then beginning what is wicked soul's role playings. It is really important. If just the wicked soul occupy the 51 over 51%, then is what happened. It never ever help others. It never ever help to real lovers. Just wicked soul for the using himself. Therefore what? Just why crossing to health? Why cross to not real love? Because maybe righteous soul is tough. Righteous soul is what is? Righteous soul is excitement, pleasures. Result is why? Because if for righteous soul the health for the beggars, then beggar will excitement with my donation to the beggar. Donation me also excitement and pleasure. But this wicked soul is do not help others, and but in the case is whatever. Do not excitement is pleasure. Instead of excitement pleasure, then help each other. Then is what? If governed by wicked soul, then you can experience. Then is in the inside, in the cause of the people, what happens. That is, So some people criticize me, some people segregate me, some people deceive me, some people anger me, just misunderstood me, whatever. All this is the cause of it is in unburnt residue. Unburnt residue. This is all the knowledge. Unburnt residue. Like the unburnt residue is all just in this field, in this wicked soul field is that is. So as here, just like his righteous soul, here is like pressure water in the monsoon, in the sand, from the going up the waters and spread, then is make it clear. But in this case, scattering, that is just residues or sediment is all this scattering, that is all turbidity all. But here, so in the righteous soul increase, then is fresh and clean, but wicked soul is turbidity and dirty. And what is occupied in that cases? What happens? If occupied wicked soul, then in inside all is what? Unburnt residue and dirty and dirty waters and water, contaminate water, polluted waters, sediment is all occupied. Then in that case, what happened by wicked souls? So in this place, it's dirty, just like here is, what, garbage treatment. So in this place, wicked soul occupying the place is, really the smells, bad waters, world is occupied in the place. So in this place there is any excitement pleasures in this governed by wicked souls. So in the wicked soul is what? In dirty soul. Just living means, or living person, or living, how choose that? is supplying from wicked souls. Wicked soul what? Unwanted residue, anger, revenge and breaking others. Everyday anger sounds like shouting, like the promise wicked soul occupies the persons. So that here is what is wicked soul clear by war. Okay, here what is that? I wrote that is anyway. This inside occupied by a government. Wicked soul in this ultimately is what? Wicked soul ultimate war by war, and then because wise. All of us, war seed, this revenge and breaking is war seed. Even you feel is a person why just war? Because this is very important. As a person's wicked souls then is, if all covered by the wicked soul, there is any righteous soul then is, here righteous soul disappear. And then what? This righteous disappear. All the people occupied by 50% or 15% wicked souls. Then, in the world or regions or cosmos, almost all fulfillments with wicked souls then were cosmos. Here, cosmos wicked soul clear by war. Cosmos. In governing all of macro, micro, is the governance cosmos declare war. Why war? As righteous soul disappear in the earth, in the cosmos, there is no righteous souls. Then what? Cosmos decide to clear us, because cosmos, original cosmos sounds clear is cosmos, but cosmos all the loud dirties, so all clean. So loud dirty of wicked soul cleaning the cosmos, so that the cosmos cleaning the way of method is war. By war, all the wicked soul cleanings in the cosmos. The same as cosmos help righteous soul of place, peace. Only one righteous survive. In the earth, in the cosmos, just only one of righteous souls living then, never ever cosmos permitted world. Because cosmos save and help rescue from all the difficult places the righteous souls. It is really important, so that in the even turbid to the peak, and then its variance of livings, but just even though the one of a righteous soul living is living in the world or earth or cosmos, there it never ever occur of wars. So even this is this topic reader is wicked souls. So as a wicked soul just governs, then the righteous souls growing stops. If righteous soul growing, then what is the righteous souls increase stop? Just righteous souls surviving, then examine pleasure and create knowledge increased. Creation of knowledge growing same. Creation of knowledge increased. This is righteous soul. So in this place, is creatures all over some, just earth and the righteous souls living is getting better, and philosophical growings and industrial growings, and all livings peace. In the peace living helpers. This is righteous souls living strong. Then is righteous soul ultimately peace. But if wicked soul occupied, then what? All the knowledge. All the knowledge is, just anger and the people some cheating me, all of some advertisements, knowledges, all of it never ever help the growing and increasing. This is a kind of all the knowledge is kind of just you keep souls deceiving others, and kind of to make buy others my products. So this is ultimate. It's not righteousness. It's a person's righteous soul growing. That it's not relationship. A person's righteous soul growing, and that is all the knowledges. So the revenge and breaking of wicked soul occupies 51%. That is ultimately wicked soul ultimately war. So as keep going, this wicked do not any the creative knowledge supplied to in the cosmos. Then keep just depends on all the knowledges in the earth, in the cosmos. Then ultimately the war. So just a person in inside structure is right. A person in inside structures who just governs by wicked soul, who just governs by righteous soul. If governs by righteous soul, then what is? Around the righteous soul, around the people getting better, except pleasures. That is all people's living and help each others and to near the others, right? This righteous soul. But do not. Wicked soul occupy the 51% is righteous soul growing stops, and what revenge and breaking. And revenge and breaking, and they are all the living is deceive each others. And there is any growings. The knowledge is there is any creative knowledge plus, but all depends on all knowledge. All knowledge is limited the growings. In the ends, the cosmos clears. It's all over the wicked souls, kind to the cosmos, and dirty, and then dusty, and baggages. So to the cosmos, dirty, dusty, and baggage, all to be cleaned targets. So to be cleaning, to be cleaning in the cosmos, then, and the cosmos decide to, using wicked soul, ultimate war, as all of those wicked souls erased from the cosmos. Not to be that, we must live in righteous souls. Thank you very much. Here, Common Sense Project.